What up, everyone? I'm so glad that you're here. As you can see, I kind of have a new setup. I have a new camera on and everything, and so hopefully you guys can hear me. Everything's working well, and we'll go from there. But I hope you guys are having a wonderful Friday. For those who are listening on their way home from work, thank you so much for listening, and it means a lot. I have let me hear and turn that down a little. Can't tell if it's too loud or not, but hope you guys are doing amazing. And yeah, lots to talk about today. But first, let's say hi to everyone. What's up, Todd? Hope you're doing well. We didn't get to see you Saturday. I was a little disappointed. Maybe we won't be able to do it this Saturday. I don't know if you saw it or not, but we had someone pass away, and we have to go to the funeral and take care of the families and stuff like that. So we definitely want to do that again, but I won't be able to do it next week or this week, but maybe next week, and we'll play a different game on top of that. So appreciate you coming, Todd. What's up, John? Yeah, you didn't come either. Hope you're doing well, John. TV, how you doing, mister? Appreciate coming on. And what's up, Robert? How you doing, man? And we got Jacob. Jacob, you have to tell me how that thing is going that we talked about. What's up, Mike? Finally, Michael H. finally coming in here. I appreciate it. He's always on the replay squad and always commenting. And good dude. What's up, Rick? How you doing, buddy? Thanks for coming on. And thanks for yesterday and your comment about your wife. And I thought that was a really good question. And again, sorry to hear about that, your wife, and prayers to her and your family. And I'm really thanks for it was a good show yesterday. I didn't talk hardly at all, but that's the best part of the show is just you have some amazing people who can help us. And so next week, like I said, we're going to have next Thursday, we're going to have Trainer Mike. I don't know if you've seen any of my shorts on TikTok, on YouTube, or if you have seen any of the stories on Instagram. But Trainer Mike is the guy who's all ripped, smaller beard, shorter beard, and him and his wife are going to come on, and we're going to talk a lot about nutrition and how that can help with our skin, our beards, and our overall appearance. So, and you know, our mental capacity, it really does help. What's up, Dino? Dude, you too. Thanks again for last night and coming and asking some great questions, and appreciate you, man. I think so. I think it's pretty crisp. There's probably some things that I need to work on, but we're getting there. Robert, so what a stud. Yeah, it's not my story to say, but it's if you guys saw, I broke down. I think I did a real Monday, and wasn't expecting to do that, but man, it's heart-wrenching when you see a 12-year-old pass away like that. I'm glad, and I really do. I really enjoyed yesterday. I thought Callie did an amazing job. Melissa always does a good job, and I just thought it was a really good show. Yeah, man, I appreciate it all. And tonight's their viewing, so we're going to go to their viewing after this, and then their funerals tomorrow. So, horrible, tragic story. It's just hug your. Speaking of, I don't know if you guys know this or not. You might not be aware, but I just found out Russ Young passed away, and so my prayers go to his family. And don't know the ins and outs of what happened, but from my understanding, he was still in his 50s and still thriving. So I hope all is well with his family, and rest in peace, Russ. You're a good dude. You'll definitely be missed. And he was a supportive person in the community, always on the lives, always doing the best he could. So if you guys are ever struggling with anything, always feel free to reach out to any of us on the stream. Any of us are here to help you. Any of us are here to listen to you and just let you vent. We want the best for all of you guys. And so all of us are here, brother. So please do the best you can and just reach out to anyone if you're having any ill will or ill feelings towards yourself. So we're here, man. All right. So this is going to be a weird show because this is stuff that I don't really like to do. But I figure I'll do one show and one show only where I give you my sort of speak origin story. And please feel free to ask questions. Please feel free to comment. pretty much just like we do always, but I'm just going to kind of tell you how Copper Johns came about, more than I've ever explained it before. The ins and outs, the hardships, because there are a lot of stuff that I don't tell anyone. I've never told anyone. And the positives, because there's lots of positives too. And so I thought I'm just going to do that, and we'll see how this goes. And if you guys say, hey, never again, I won't do it again. I don't want this to make a thing about me. I want this to be a community thing, but a lot of people have asked, and I just feel like I should. But yes, absolutely, prayers. It's horrible. Always, guys, always reach out if you're struggling. But yeah, so there was a time in 2012 I was, what's up, Will? How you doing, man? Just so you're aware, we're kind of doing a life history of Tyson and how Copper John started. I'm not going to do this ever again, I don't think, but I want to tell you how it is, how it really is, and I'm grateful for where I am. I'm grateful for what I've done, and I wouldn't change a thing. I've learned a ton in these past 3.5, 4 years, and yeah, I've learned a lot. And so hopefully you guys can learn something. Maybe if you're thinking about starting a business, or you are in a business, maybe there's some things that I can help. And feel free again to ask any questions that you may have. But yeah, 2012. He's on this Honey Brown. Oh, nice. That's awesome, Mike. What's up, Chris? I'm actually going to give him my origin story of how it ins and outs and all the bad stuff and all the good stuff. So feel free to listen, man, and ask any questions. And I'm always willing to listen to yours, because anyone who has run a company, run a small business, which there's a lot of us, not just in the beard community, but just period. There is a lot going on, and lots of ins and outs that I didn't think of. So, all right. So in 2012, I graduated in 2006, and then I went on to get my master's degree, and I graduated in 2008. 2009, I started selling. I decided not to go into medicine. Medicine, I couldn't do it. It was gross. I just like, no. But Todd, I'll get to that in just a sec, man. But it was just gross. And so I didn't want to go into medicine or anything like that. And so I decided to take one of those tests. One of those tests was either sales or a lawyer. Those are the things right now, kind of like what you'd be good at. And so I got a degree in sociology, one of them, just to see if I really enjoyed it. And I loved it. But after talking to many lawyers, that wasn't the avenue I wanted to go. So then I thought, let's do sales. And so I jumped into sales right out of college. And then I went during my first sales job, I started working for a copy machine company, and then a forklift machine company. If you ever heard of Heister or Yell, that was me. I sold all of those. And I'll get to that, Will. But anyway, so I learned a lot from there. And then because of my degrees, I wanted to go back into the academic world. And so I got a job with a company that sold scientific equipment and safety equipment to clean rooms, to labs, all that kind of stuff. And I absolutely just loved it. It was one of my favorite things in the world. And then from there, I decided to start my own company. And I started. We did really, really well. And come to find out, in Utah, you have a right to work state, meaning I can fire you, or I can hire you, or I could have you fill out a non-compete, and it doesn't mean crap here in Utah. Just doesn't matter. And so I signed one for my previous job, and so I started a company that kind of competed against them, kind of, but not really. And they came after me, and because I signed it and they were based out of Pittsburgh, we had to go over PA law, and so I just decided to quit that and started working for a contract manufacturer. From there, I'm telling you guys everything. From there, that's when I learned about these minerals. That's when I learned about the ins and outs of creation of products. I helped a lot of pharmaceutical companies create their products with labs. I actually worked with the R&D department with that contract manufacturer, and I learned a ton. I just loved it. And then those guys got bought out. So this contractor got bought out. And when that would happen, a lot of us were gone. And so I lost my job. And in 2012, it was rough. I didn't know what to do. I started teaching college as an adjunct professor for sociology. I taught for 10 years basically there. And in the meantime, I was trying to figure out how to make ends meet. I was working at Blockbuster. I was working at Dick's Sporting Goods. I was working three jobs trying to make ends meet. So from there, it was just rough. I'm not going to lie. It was just rough. We would get paid and we'd still be negative. We almost lost our house, almost lost our cars. We almost lost everything. And because of the generosity of so many people in our neighborhoods and stuff like that, we were able to keep afloat until I found another full-time job. That really set precedent of where I wanted to be in the world today, where I want to help people. I want to be that person that can help someone because I know how it feels to be on the recipient. And what's up, Nicholas? How you doing, buddy? And if I missed anyone, I hope you guys are doing well. And so from there, we spoke to one of our leaders in the city, and Candace and I did, and we were talking about her maybe going back to school because she has her associates. But then we had children, and she decided to be a stay-at-home mom, and I support that. And so when that happened, we decided to go, ask for some counsel. Like, what's good? What should we do, guys? And we decided that Candace is going to go back to school and maybe become a nurse or do something. Then COVID hit. And in the interim, I've got a job now and I'm doing well. And then COVID hit. And Candace and I were still talking, and we went and talked to another guy. He's like, do it now, or it's never going to do it, or you're never going to do it. Like, go to school now, because in 3 years, where are you going to be? Are you still going to be complaining, or are you still going to be where you are now, just wondering what if? And so then COVID hit. And you guys know the story about me and how I had to grow a beard for a play. And I was making my own stuff because I couldn't handle a lot of that stuff, a lot of the chemicals that were in there that you'd buy from like Walmart and other things like that. Like, I'm allergic to grapeseed. It just happens. Like, I have to take testosterone, and a lot of the testosterones that are from grapeseed. So like the solution. And so they have to make a special solution so that I don't get a huge welt. Anyway, point being is, we decided that when COVID hit, that we were going to start a company instead of Candace going back to school, because school's now closed, all this kind of stuff. We can't really do anything. So we are just going to start this company because we absolutely love the products that we created. What's up, Abby? How you doing? Yeah, the pesky COVID, man, dude. It was something. So I started this company thinking that it's going to be easy. I thought it was going to be something that I don't know what I was thinking. I just thought, well, this is easy. Why do people go into debt? Why do people do this? Why do people do that? I'm like, dude, just whatever you make, you just put back into the company, all that kind of stuff. I was so naive. And so I was sitting here just doing all this kind of stuff. And so I started in July. So come like September-ish and all this kind of stuff, there was an influencer who just came after me. I mean, he came after me, and he came after me hard, and I couldn't figure out what's going on. Like, I know what I'm talking about, I know what I'm doing, and it hurt. Like, it hurt, and that's when I realized that not everyone's out here for your benefit; they're in it for themselves, and so I had to figure this out the hard way, unfortunately. And then from there, I discovered that there are amazing people out there too that had my back, even though they didn't need to have my back. And I thought that was amazing. And So I learned the positives and the negatives really quick about just if you're not with their company, you are the enemy. And I thought that was really weird. I never experienced that. So it was different because I feel like I definitely have learned a lot. Now we'll get into what I'm talking about. But then I decided to invest money into advertising. I thought, okay, so all these people are doing ads. I'll do ads. I'll throw it in here. I'll figure it out. I'll do all that kind of stuff. So I hired an agency, and they're basically saying, okay, after 3 months, you should receive like 3-to-1. So every dollar I put in, I should receive $3 back. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. So I'm going to have to eat a little bit for the first couple of months, and then we'll go from there. Well, after 3 months, I lost $40,000. And that hurt, and I couldn't afford to do it anymore. I didn't have anything, and that's when I learned that this is just because someone says they can do something doesn't mean they can. And so I have really been gun shy about. If you've ever seen, I've never promoted anything. I've never done ads since then. It's just I just don't dare. I eventually I'll do it again, but just because someone is doing an advertising saying, "Hey, we'll do this for you. We'll do this for you," doesn't mean they're good. And I learned that the hard way. And I also learned that just because you have money to invest, advertising isn't necessarily the way to go. And so it was a very stressful year. That was 2020, right when we started. What's up, Jerry? This is one of my best friends from high school. And yeah, he's been such a good dude. Yeah. I do some training to July. Oh, I would love that, man. Yeah, we'll have to definitely talk, man. But so from there, I learned that I decided that I am going to just put myself out there. So instead of having people create content and create ads for me, I was just going to do it because I enjoy it anyway. I enjoy talking to you guys. I enjoy creating that relationship. I enjoy that kind of stuff. It's fun for me. What's up, man? Oh, dude, that'll be a fun game. The Spurs, dude, they're going to be good in a couple years. But okay, so with that, then I learned about affiliate marketing, and I decided, okay, I like the idea of affiliate marketing because it's not me paying them to do something. It's like, okay, if they have a good influence, then if they like my product, then maybe they can help push my product so that I can make some a dollar or two, a few more sales. And it's great. I started sending people product, and people were loving it, and I really felt blessed, and I still do, and I still have some wonderful relationships with them. But I learned early on that not everyone's an influencer. Not everyone is up to the task of doing this because it's a lot of work. I sent some product to people to this day that are in this community that said they would do a video and they never did. Or say they love the product, but behind closed doors, they don't like it, or they have posted stuff against me. And it's crazy. And then there's people who are very upset that I go with influencers, that I talk to Dan's and Ken's and Cruz's, and that I have really close relationships with, like Logan and Matt and Robert and stuff like that. And I find it very unique. Like, it's weird because they're like literally like, I reached out to them. They love the product. We created a relationship with each other, and people don't like that, and that threw me. People don't like success. It's like I don't know how to put it. Like when you're in Nirvana back in the day, it's like everyone loved Nirvana. The next thing you know, Nirvana makes it big, and then the people who were brand new, speaking new, they don't like him anymore because they're not special. they're not the only ones who like him. And I just find that weird. It's like everyone in this community, everyone who owns these small businesses, the whole goal is to grow and to make money and be able to provide money for your family. And it's weird when people support you until they don't, because you're starting to get a little bit bigger, and or you feel like, you know, you have a relationship with other people, and it's hard that way. But I feel very blessed. We're going to be live, or I'm not going to be live, but we're on Dan's Commands Corner on Monday, and I feel extremely grateful that Dan and I have a great relationship, that we can continue to work together and work on things behind closed doors to bring you guys the best possible stuff. What's up? How you doing? And yes, it's hurt people. I agree completely. And there's a lot of us. There's a lot of people that are hurting. But yeah, so I've learned that, and also I've learned that people will treat me differently now. Not you guys. I'm not talking about you. But they treat Tyson, I'm talking about myself in third person, they treat Tyson as Copper Johns. And that there's no distinguishing between Copper Johns and myself. And that's been hard because they treat me as a product. They treat me as like anytime they need to get something done, they'll contact me instead of just, you know, all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, guys, I'm a human being. I have a family. I have off time too. I need to spend time with them. And they get upset. Like if I get an email, and I'm really fast at it, but if I get an email and I don't respond within 2 or 3 minutes, they get upset. And I find that really upsetting. And it's just hard because that I'm just telling you the kind of the things that I've learned. I'm grateful for everyone. But people definitely, not you guys and most people, but there's some people out there that definitely are the Karens of the world, and they definitely want to hurt you and make you feel down about yourself. I learned from you. I learned of you from Dan and Skip at Java Beard. Oh, dude. About to place my first order. Don't tell my wife, Tony. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, and again, I don't think it's you guys. And Tony, welcome, man. I appreciate it. This isn't normal. This isn't a typical live stream that I do. But I've actually had to get into therapy starting this company. A lot of things have gone in my personal life. My wife and I are amazing. It has nothing to do with that. It's just, you know, when you have sick children, when you're running a company, a lot when you are working, you know, 90 to 100 hours to 120 hours a week, you don't get a lot of sleep. You and your wife are doing everything. It wears on you. And we've been doing it for 3.5 years, and it's definitely tiring. And it's so much fun. And I wouldn't change a thing. I've learned a ton, but at the same time, like Abby can attest, when she comes to my house, I'm working. There's not a time that it goes by that I'm just not working, and I love it. But like I said, I had to start therapy because I found out I have codependence disorder. Like I told you guys, I'm telling you a little bit of everything. I've never done this before. Codependence disorder means that there is something in your childhood or something that happened that requires you to people please. Meaning there's some sort of trauma or something that says, I have to rely on my feelings about how you feel towards me is how I'm going to feel towards me. And so with me I've always had to say yes, like, hey, can we do this? Can we do this? I'm like, yeah, totally. Yeah. I've had to learn how to say no. And that really affected me because I'm like, I don't have any money. I've had people ask me for money thinking I'm really, really big. And I'm like, guys, I haven't paid myself. And people will say, hey, I've had this. My girlfriend's in jail. Can you help me pay her bill? And I'm like, no, I don't have money to give you, first of all, and second of all, why are you asking me? I don't even know who you are. But it's things like that where just people treat you differently. Tyson's Modern. Yeah, that's one show I've never seen. I can say that honestly, I've never seen The Sopranos. You're a great person. Don't listen to people that put you down. Oh, and again, this is not recent. I'm talking about from the beginning. Right now, I am in a good spot. I'm just telling you just the ups and downs, and people want to know. So I'm just telling you everything. Like this is. I'm still talking about 2020. It's 2023. Like we're doing awesome now. But I'm just talking about the past. But I've learned a lot about business. I've learned that. I learned that the only way people really will learn about a company is you have to get in front of them. And we're a social media world. And so I've had to learn how to do social media. And I'm not good. I've tried. There's some things where people will get mad at me still. Like there's a gentleman, and I love the guy. He's like, you got to stop with this. And I'm like, but it's me. This is what I do. Like I try to do educational. I try to do entertaining. I try to do a little bit of everything because everyone has different personalities. Everyone learns different. Everyone needs something different. And so I always try to like provide just a little bit of everything. And that's why I have 3 guys who help me. Matt helps me. Hunter helps me. Philip now helps me. And Robert helps me. And then, Logan and I make content whenever we hang out. But it's entertaining. But needless to say, I've learned that we are a social media world. And so I will eventually have to do ads again. But one thing I found interesting is a lot of people said, I need to stay in my niche. I need to stay in my niche. You're a beard company, so you need to stay in your niche. And one thing I've learned is everyone knows I'm a beard company. Everyone knows I do grooming. I have soaps and shampoos and, all this kind of that I'm eventually going to be like everyone knows. And so what do I do? So I've decided that I'm just going to have fun. And so occasionally I'm going to do something that has nothing to do with anything. It's just because I want to. And seems like a lot of people like it and some people hate it. And that's just is what it is, unfortunately. Yeah, Abby, you come for the food, whatever. If you want some good food, have Abby cook for you. Holy cow. She makes not tiramisu. What is it? Tres leches cake. So good. Yes, I love English. Matter of fact, you're going to love the new version of it. Yes, there's a new version coming here shortly. Yes, 2024. Hey, how you doing, John? So you're saying you have a split personality. Okay, so back to the codependence. So the thing is I've learned how to say no, and that has messed me up. It really has. And it messed me up to the point where I've had to take some stuff and learn how to there's Tyson and Copper Johns. They're not the same thing. And so like sometimes I'll have to say I am overwhelmed right now. I have to take a step back. It doesn't happen very often, but I have to do that. I've come to the point where I thought I was having a heart attack because of the stress. And then I realized, Copper Johns owes money, not Tyson. So it's just that type of thing. And we've always been on top of our bills, all that kind of stuff. It's just, how it is. If you guys listen to Dad Bods and Beards, I don't shy away from this. But anyway, Lebanon Lonnie, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for coming in. Yes, John, we definitely are going to be doing another game night. Just not this week, but next week. I'm thinking that. But needless to say, running a business is wonderful. But it has its heartaches. It definitely does. Like you have a set of bills you have to do. Like, okay, so I have this, like I have this. The app is not cheap, but an app is mandatory. Like it's necessary in today's world. So I have to pay for the app and I have to pay for this and I have to pay for that. And it has to happen. Like there's so I have to make a certain amount of money every month to be able to pay for those bills. And we are right now. But my goal is to figure out how can I keep this the same and increase right here. And so that's where we are right now. So we're still small batch and I don't see it never always going to be. So I'm always going to be making. I love it. It's one of my favorite things to do. Anyway, So we're our bills right here. Let's say hypothetically, I don't know right now. Let's say I have $15,000 of bills a month. So right now I'm selling, let's say 15,000, but then you have to pay your affiliates because affiliates work their butt off. Like, you cannot tell me Dan doesn't work hard. You cannot tell me Matt or Logan or any of these guys don't work hard. They work hard. So we got to pay theirs because if someone uses a code, they get a commission, and that's okay. That does not bother me at all. I know it bothers some people, but holy crap. You're getting ads? I turn the ads off, man. I don't know why you guys are still getting ads. But anyway, I love it. And then I love that I have relationship with my affiliates. I love it. It's my favorite thing. Like, I love that I have relationship with you guys. Like, you guys are the exception of everything I'm talking about. Okay, so I literally have all these notes I wanted to talk to you guys about. But I can't figure out my penmanship. Anyway, but I still do therapy, and I've learned that I'm always going to be doing therapy. I could have the best week in the world, and I'm going to have therapy still, because there's always something that I can work on to be a better person and help myself and help my family. And therapy is all about yourself and how you can make yourself happy, if that makes sense. And so I am a full support of it. I think I think it's just something that all of us should do. And I have a really good relationship with my therapist. In my mind, I'm like, I don't know if you're allowed to hang out, but I could hang out with the guy every day. I love him to death. He's just a wonderful person. But with that being said, my family is definitely taking a hit. There's a lot of people who will say, how do you keep your life balance? And it's impossible. There is no one. I truly believe this. No one can say they keep a good balance unless they have money. Unless they have money and they can hire people to do everything, then it's okay. But for me, I have gone 3 years without seeing a ton of my kids. I love my kids. I see them as much as I can. Matter of fact, ever since we moved to a warehouse, I make everything and then I ship it over to the warehouse and then they pack it for me. Ever since that's happened, I have so much more time with my family, and I absolutely love it. It's just my favorite thing in the world. But with that being said, I definitely have lost some quality time with my kids, and I'm grateful for them. They've come down and helped me. They'll grab on their gloves, like Ellie, she's in 8th grade. She'll come grab those medium-sized gloves that don't fit my hands, and she'll get the soaps and she'll box them for me, or she'll do things like that. And I'm just grateful for her. And so there's some times where we get to hang out as they work. My 2 littles will help me I just point over here like you guys know, my label machine. Like, I'll put the bottles through the labels and they'll come and grab them and put them in the boxes and stuff like that for me. And it's fun. But again, quality time for my family, I've definitely missed out. And but in my mind, I'm doing this for them. I'm doing this for me. I'm doing it for a lot of us. And so I'm doing this. I know this sounds lame, but I'm doing it to help people too. I want to. It really is. Like I told you at the very beginning, when I lost my job and people helped me, I am so grateful for that. That it has changed me to the point where I have so much empathy towards people who are struggling that I want to help them. It's so important to me that I help them. And one day I'll be able to help them financially. But right now, I think that's kind of why I do what I do is I'm going to help you the best way I can. So with that being said, the next one would be then we started. I was a year into it, the company, and we decided, hey, I know, we just started a company. Let's start another company. Let's start a barbershop. And the barbershop was not cheap. We're in it quite a bit of money, and the loan isn't cheap. We were in it for $60,000. That's what we got quoted, and then President Biden got in and just kind of did stuff with gasoline and decided that, we're not going to do that. And then everything went up. Like, everything went up, and it more than tripled, and more than quadrupled. Like the door that we originally had was like $200. When we finally got it, it was $800. Like it was ridiculous. Todd, dude, you didn't have to do that. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Like I said, this helps me just pay for the guys who help make content for me. So thank you so much. And yeah, we're going to be doing some lives here shortly for member, like everyone will be able to, but only members will be able to comment or ask questions, things like that. And we're going to do some reels for you guys too. But now the barbershop's open and we have lost money every year so far. It's been challenging. It's been stressful, but I love it. I love the atmosphere that the barbers have helped me create. I love the people that I get an opportunity to meet and see. I love the quality and expertise of the barbers. I put the barbershop in a very rural area. I did this on purpose because in the city, it's called West Haven. In the city, we went to the city and they said, we will only have one barbershop. And I'm like, okay, we'll do it. And then again, right when all these houses were being built, it was going to be a booming city. And then everything shut down when all the pricing went up. And eventually will come back. But right now, that's kind of what happens. And so people don't know who we are. So I decided to say, hey, my favorite radio station is 97.5. It is a sports radio station. I love listening to sports. I love all that kind of stuff. What's up, E? I love sports. And so I had Scott Mitchell and now Alex Kiera. You don't know if you guys know those, but Alex Mitchell, like I said, he played for the Lions, all this kind of stuff. They came. It cost me $3,200. You're so dumb, Will. But and it didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't bring anyone out. But then I decided, okay, so what if we do this or we do this? And nothing has worked. I created flyers and put them around houses, and it helped a little bit. But now it's just the word of mouth. Our barbers are doing so well that now people are starting to come in. And so I think this is the year that we'll finally break even. And it's just because of our barbers. It's nothing that I've done. They are just amazing. And you got to meet Kelly last night. And hopefully you guys get to meet. And you met Paige for a brief second. Amanda actually helps here now. She works about 10, 15 hours a week here. Hopefully more here shortly. And holy crap, she's amazing. She's really, really good. So I'm grateful. But I will tell you this, managing people. So I have a manager, Callie, and she manages the people, but managing people's hard. Everyone has a different personality. Everyone's reality, I really do mean this. Everyone's reality is a little bit different, meaning what you've gone through and what I've gone through on a personal level makes us think differently. So if I'm going through something, you're going through something, and we go to the same event and experience the same thing, your experience, my experience is still going to be different. And so managing people through that has been really difficult because people's feelings get hurt. People's feelings, they butt heads a lot. And so I've tried to help my manager go through that, but there's times where I have to go in, and it's unfortunate just because people are people, and no one means to hurt people's feelings. Like if I say something dumb to my wife, I did not mean to hurt her feelings. You know what I mean? I never purposely hurt my wife's feelings. I never purposely say anything that would ever remotely do something that would hurt her. But I do. You know what I mean? Like you live together, you're going to say something stupid that you're like, wait, what? What? You took that way wrong. I was just teasing, that type of thing. So it's just one of those things. Yeah, E. Dude, if you came, Rick, if you came, Will, if you came, Todd, all you guys, it would be so awesome. My goal is to eventually have it 5 in the state of Utah and then branch out from there. But again, I'm learning how to do the barbering world, and it's a lot different than the bearded world. And so that's why I'm getting overall grooming. So beards are going to be my expertise, but eventually we're going to have everything. Like we're working on a lot of stuff right now so that we can be 100% grooming company for men and women alike. Thus, that's why we do the show with Melissa. She's killing it. So, dude, Utah, if you like the outdoors, Utah is amazing. If you like all 4 seasons, Utah is amazing. I love camping. I love fishing. It's fun. So I enjoy that kind of stuff. And so what's cool is I can finally go skiing or skiing. I don't ski. I can finally go snowboarding. No, see, it's still that time. I can still go I can go camping now. I can go fishing now. I haven't been able to go for a long time just because the company has done so much. But now that we're packing everything over there, I don't have to stress anymore. It's really, really nice. I get to spend time with my family. You guys, you understand that's huge for me. I haven't done that for 3 years. Oh yeah. Same here, but no car. I understand that completely, Todd. My transmission just went out. Okay, so when I was in college in 2004, graduated in 2006, but we had a Chevy Blazer. I don't know if you know what those are, but we had a Chevy Blazer. And with that being said, Candace and I could not reverse the car. So everywhere we go, I had to sit there and back up like this with my back against the door frame and just push it. Everywhere we'd go, we'd try to go so where we could just go straight forward. Anyway, our transmission finally went out when I graduated, and it cost us $2,000 to fix the transmission. Our transmission just went out in our Dodge Caravan. It's a 2016, $6,700. So luckily, I have 6 kids, and I get some taxes back, and that's all paid for with my taxes. But holy crap, man, inflation is no joke. Never been to Utah. I wouldn't mind visiting in the future. Utah is gorgeous. The best time to hit all the parks are going to be about now, especially southern Utah. Once it gets hot, it's ridiculous. Like even us from Utah won't go just because it's so hard. Old problem is the white crap that falls from the sky. Dude, I love it. Please never lose the flies on your. Oh, never. Copper Johns. Ask Abby. Copper Johns is a literal family. I mean, Abby is part of my family. My brothers, my sisters, my mom and dad, my wife, my kids. Copper Johns, we all came up with, all of us. And that fly is never going anywhere. That's who we are. We love fishing. We love fly fishing. Abby's the only one, and I don't know why she doesn't get to go. But we're going to. Are you going, Abby? Did Dad say you're going? I think you should. But anyway, we're going to Alaska this year, and to go fishing again. It's going to be fun. But with that, though, I got to learn how to manage, and I still feel like I need to do better. So what I've been doing is I've been learning a lot about myself when it comes to managing. I definitely am not a micromanager. I feel like if I hire you to do a job, you'll do it. And if you have questions, you can come to me. Amanda, who helps me here and at the barbershop, she gets crap done. Like, she'll get stuff done that I didn't even think about needed to get done, and she'll get it done. And that's the type of people, like Melissa does my emails. She just does stuff. Like, she's amazing. Callie, Destiny, Paige. I haven't met this Aubrey. She starts next week. We're just very, very blessed. And I absolutely just love all this kind of stuff. So but managing people and different personalities has been rough. It's been rough for me to understand how to go about helping people, because their job is not to help me. My job is to help them, because if I help them, they're helping the company, right? So how can I personally help you to be better and help you make your life easier so that you can accomplish the thing that your job requires you to do? And so that's one thing that I've really had to focus on. So if that makes sense. And then I hope this is okay that we're talking about all this kind of stuff, guys. I know this is really personal and stuff like I born and raised in Louisiana, dude. Louisiana is no joke. It's so humid there, so hot. When I went to an LSU game, we went and saw LSU versus Auburn. I don't have any stake in the game, but holy cow, that was fun. Death Valley was no freaking joke. Absolutely amazing. And then we went to a Saints New York game that next Sunday, the next day, and I thought LSU's stadium, LSU's environment was so much better than the NFL. I was shocked. Yeah, I bet you're coming. We've been cheated on snow this season. Dude, we have two until like these past 2 weeks. These past 2 weeks have been nonstop. We're at 120 to 130 snowpack now. It's been great. And then next week, we're supposed to get 26 to 36 more inches. I don't know what happened, but it just literally happened these past 2 weeks. We had gotten nothing. This has been the first, this was the first non-white Christmas we've had in years. Really appreciate hearing the side of creating. Oh, thanks, Jerry. Jerry's a stud. Jerry, you're starting a business. We need to talk anyway. Yes, I agree. Yeah, everyone catches. Burley, appreciate you, man. Yeah, I'm trying. I think we got it up and running well. This again, I Ken helped me. Burley, I still need your help on how to do the stream deck. This is the only one I got. I had to. But everything else I don't know how to do. But anyway, yeah, see, I'd rather deal with the dryness. And I lived in Texas for 2 years. I lived in Virginia, right outside of DC, all that kind of stuff. And I personally love Virginia. Virginia was gorgeous. West Virginia was magnificent. But Texas was... Houston was like just stupid hot. It was stupid hot. I don't know how you guys live there. To be like when I went to Phoenix, I used to like sell in Phoenix all the time, and I would go there in like August, and they're like, unfortunately, we have no flights leaving today because the tires on the airplanes are melting. I'm like, that's how hot it is. Stupid. I'm like, what? That's stupid how hot it is. I don't know how you guys do it. Yeah, college sports environment is much. 100% agree, man. Nicholas, I'm going to get to all your story or all your questions. I have 3 questions started, and I will get to it at the very end. I hope that is okay. All right, now that we've we're right now. So I've talked to you kind of at the very beginning of things that I learned, and how I had to do therapy, how I learned that there's a business side and then there's a personal side, and how I used to take everything really, really personal, and now I don't. I really don't. There's sometimes. Like let's say one of you guys who I am very, very have a good relationship with you guys, like all of you guys, like Jordan. I don't think I've ever seen you. If this is your first time, welcome. If not, I'm sorry I missed you before, but holy cow, this is so cool. Tony, I know you're fairly new, right? But you guys are all amazing, and I have a relationship with you. And if you were to say something to me, like, dude, you're being stupid, that would affect me. But before, it would be anyone who says anything would affect me, and that doesn't bother me anymore. Like, it's just like, dude, if you would see some of the, like, you guys can see the comments, but there's some comments that YouTube will not publish unless I give it permission, and so I don't even look at it anymore because I'm like, whoa, that's harsh. And that stuff doesn't bother me. I'm just like, okay, whatever, keyboard warrior. Whatever, that type of thing. I really just shake my head. I'm like, dude, you're struggling. But now we're right now. I'm working on products. I want to grow. I want to make this a full-time job. I have something special happening in June that I think I'll tell you in just a minute. Melissa's not here to buzz me and tell me, no, don't do it. But Candace, are you listening? Give me a thumbs up if I should say what I think you know what I want to say in June. Anyway, so we have all this stuff happening. I need to quit soon, but I haven't paid myself. And so how do I grow my business to be able to handle, let me rephrase that. I have created an infrastructure where now I feel like I can grow. I can make 2,000 oils a day if I need to. It's work, but I can do it. I have the pot. I have several melters now. I can make a lot of butters. I can make lots of balms. Mustache waxes. I'm still working on making crazy bulk, but we can make it in bulk, but just not a large amount. And I need to figure out how to be able to make that. Just because the pine resin is crazy hard to work with. Pine resin, if you guys don't know, it melts at very, very high temperatures and it sinks. Even when you mix it up, it's still like honey. Think honey. That's kind of what pine resin does in a solution. And so it's really hard. So I have to do smaller batches of that so that I can make sure that each individual mustache wax has the same amount of pine resin or rosin or however you guys say it. So I'm still working on that. But we've done everything we can to be able to grow, if that makes sense. I've invested a lot of money where we have a heat tunnel now so we can shrink wrap everything really in bulk. I have a labeler now where we can bulk make everything in bulk with labels. We have several machines now. I have an automated machine that you don't see here that you just push a button and it'll fill in. I have all these kind of things where now I can grow. And I'm right here. Remember, like right here, I should... this is my bills. This is how much I'm making. So now, if I want to quit my job, I have to grow this to be able to pay myself. Because this is all the bills. This is the the affiliates. This is the freebies, the giveaways, all that kind of stuff right here. I have to still pay for it, which is okay. I'm not complaining. That's part of business. But now I have to grow this. How? How do I do that? How? And so that's where I'm working on now is how, what is important? Like, do I want to grow wholesale? Do I invest in money to grow wholesale? Do I invest money in actually starting doing ads and do some really high, like in-depth studying on who I should go with? Or do I do it myself and learn it myself on how to, use YouTube ads and understand the analytics and understand the targeting methods. But it changes all the time. Meta changes their analytics all the time. Laws change, all that kind of stuff. And so do I want to hire someone for that? Do I want to hire someone internally for that? But then that just creates this side, right? That just creates more bills that I have to pay for. And then on top of that, I still want to go full time with Copper Johns and I have to pay for that. So all this is going on in the mind. And so how do I do? Because eventually I have to go full time or Copper Johns can't exist anymore, because I'm getting to that point where it's just like I'm too busy not to pay myself, because it's going to eventually start affecting what I do day to day for my other job, working on base. So that's kind of what I'm going through. And we're still small batch. I know a lot of people think we're not small batch. We're still small batch. All right. Are there any questions in regards to what I just talked about? I know it's an hour. I could go into depth, way more in depth, but that was a broad overview of kind of what I've been going through. Yeah. And then, you have wonderful, another thing is I have wonderful relationships with some of the other beard company owners. I absolutely just adore Chris from Beard and Mac. Like him and I we do every day. We give each other secrets. Like, how much do you do this? What do you do this? What do you do this? And he's the only one I do that with. I love Chris, and him and I have a relationship where I know whatever I say is staying, and whatever he says is staying. And it's really nice to be able to have someone who's experienced and going through what I go through and what he goes through, where we have that same wavelength, like all that kind of stuff. And so that has helped. And so what happens when, hey, what's up, Mike V? What happens when, you want everyone to succeed? I do. I'm dead serious. I want everyone to succeed. And so I've learned to truly be excited for people who, when they win, and I want people to win. But at the same time, I want to win, and that's okay. I think all of us can win at the same time. And so, Mr. Patton, how you doing, buddy? How you doing, Philip? This Wednesday, guys, last Wednesday did not happen. This past Wednesday, we will be doing a Bob's going to be there for sure. Hunter's going to be there for sure, and Philip's going to be there for sure. And I'm going to be off screen and asking questions and asking all the questions that you ask, And all three of them are going to be putting on their mustache wax simultaneously. Dude, I know what the word is. Simultaneously. I just, I can't say the words. But anyway, and because they all do it a little bit different. So I thought it'd be really cool to have them all on board and all of us learn at the same time a little bit about what they do. So, yeah, nailed it. Dude, there's like 3 or 4 words that I cannot say. I just, yep. Don't judge me. Got a little bit of my Pepsi Max right there. Do you guys just drink stuff like me? You know it's not good for you, but you just love it. That's me. All right. So Todd asked from the very beginning, did you ever get your ingredients in the mail for your daily gentle beard wash? One of the ingredients I just got, a UPS call tag that it was shipped, and so I went and pulled it up and it hadn't shipped yet, and that was yesterday. So I haven't checked today, so it might be here early next week to mid next week, which means once that happens it's going to take me a day or two to make everything. So I'm guessing it will be live by next Friday or the following Monday. Yes, I'm sorry, I ordered a lot of this stuff early January, late December. And so I've learned that I'm going to probably have to be buying 55-gallon drums of some of this stuff. And see, that costs more money than what I'm accustomed to. Question, how tall are you? I'm 6'3". So I'm a short dude. 53. Oh, dude, guys, yeah. Please hit like button. Just kind of, I never ask, but definitely hit like. If you guys hit like, I know it gets out to more people, so that means a lot to me too. All right. So then Nicholas said, Tyson, what the need for headphone on a live stream? Can you explain? Absolutely. So what I've learned is when I am doing a live stream or doing a podcast or doing a multi-person, the microphone, I don't know how the electronics works, but it picks up a lot more than when I plug this in. The microphone works better, and that's why it's just the microphone makes it work better, and so you're not getting a lot of feedback. Even if it's just me talking, it does affect it. I don't know how, I don't know why, but it's true. Going to my first beard comp on March 2nd. Really contemplating entering. Do you guys have any? Dude, John, love it. Go in and just have fun. The beard competitions, every beard competition. Hey, what's up, Evan? Beard competitions are all about helping people. That's why I love them. There's never, at least for me, there's never been a beard competition I have been to that wasn't there to help raise funds for a charity. So know that first and foremost, everyone is there to have a good time and support that charity. And then secondly, have a good time. You may win, you may not. It's okay. It's just all about having fun. But I will say this. Your personality, the way you dress does matter. So your beard is just a third of what the judges are looking at. So if you go in and let's say you want to be a bearded superhero, you wear a superhero cape, you wear a superhero outfit, you go in and act like you're a superhero when you're on stage, and you're most likely going to place. I'm just being like, you pretend you're the Brawny Man, you wear the Brawny Man suspenders, you wear the shirt, you wear the pants, you go in there with an axe, like, dude, and have the paper towel. I'm like, there's a chance that you're going to place. Have fun. And then also, depending on what size you're doing, like, if you're doing higher than 6 inches, maybe just get like a 1/16 of an inch off of your beard, just a tiny bit to make sure it's all, unless you're going au natural, which is one category. Do that, but whatever you're doing, just have fun and just know that everyone is there. Just have a good time and help that that group or help that charity. Sorry. Yeah, it is a job interview. It really is. Guys are there to just play the part, like you said. What's up, Marvin? Hope you're doing well, man. Hope your health is strong and you're doing well. Going in with an axe will get you arrested or shot. Nah, not at those. These guys, everyone, this is different. This is a different world. All right, Mike asked, how long would a batch of 2,000 oils last till sold out? Well, so it's a good question. If now that we have Amazon involved, Amazon takes quite a bit, but it's usually for a month or 2 months. So if you were to take Amazon out of the equation and it's solely on the Shopify app with the app itself too, and if it was 2,000 broken evenly through everything, 2 to 3 weeks, I would say. But that's if it's like some of the 2,000 oils, like say Hunt or On the Rocks or 1903 or Old Ephraim, those are going to sit a little bit longer. Whereas like Sundance, Nightfall, Anglers, Ghost Falls, that type of stuff is going to move a little bit faster. So yeah, if you like all wrong one. Yeah, that's why I've decided if I got to figure out how I'm going to be able to afford it, but we'll save more money by buying 55-gallon drums. It's a thing. Like, you just kind of have to. I saw I don't get that one. Health is good, Tyson. Going up for, oh, good. I'm glad. Yeah, going for the 6 to 12 or all natural. I'm in the 7th month of my year, or month 7 of my year. I love to hit a full year before I'm not 100% opposed. Okay. So I would definitely do all natural and do the, yeah, which means you're got to be old natural, but that means not trimming any of this or anything like that. And that's really good. But then again, you're going to go after some of those guys. I don't know how long your beard is. How long is your beard? Because so they will, your longest whisker, your longest hair, even if it's one that you can't personally see, that counts. So you might want to just go just that one whisker or something like that, if that makes sense. But yeah, guys, creating a brand by yourself, or not, but by scratch is hard. And it's a lot of work and it's a lot of dedication. One thing I will say at the very end, you will lose your passion. You will lose your drive. You will get burnt out. I am burnt out. I'm beyond burnt out. But when you have your focus and know why you're doing what you're doing and you're doing it for the right reasons, it's not hard. There are days where I don't want to be down here. There are days where I don't want to make butters. You'll see all these. There's probably 100 butters that I got to not bottle, but I'm not going to tell you all my secrets, but I got to do all these butters. They're already made. I just got to do a couple of things, and I don't want to do it, but I'm going to, because I know in the end I'm going to be grateful that I did this. And how awesome, and I'm dead serious about this, how awesome is it going to be when Copper Johns can afford to get a cabin, and I say, guys, whoever wants to come, we're going to have a weekend at the cabin, 4-wheelers, a boat, fishing, snowmobiles, all this kind of stuff, and just say, hey guys, let's go, and just invite everyone. You know how much fun that will be? 100%. Or do a giveaway and say, hey guys, we're going to pay for someone to fly out here and just have a fun night with your family. I want to do that. I want to do all that kind of stuff. I think it'll be so much fun, and that's a goal. And I want it. Candace and I are debating on where we want to have the cabin. Like, really, like, I have so many things I want to do for people, and I really would love to be in Bear Lake, but Island Park's amazing. But Bear Lake's phenomenal, and there's so many cool things there that I don't know. It's just a part of Utah, but it's part of Idaho. You can see the Tetons. You can see from where Jackson Hole is. It's just amazing, and it'd just be fun to have everyone say, "Hey guys, we're going fishing. Hey guys, we're going to go skiing." You know, that it'd just be fun. So that's a goal, and I've said that from the very, very, very beginning. And you guys can attest. Those who have been here from the beginning, Marvin, I know you have. I'm looking around. I don't know if anyone else has been here that long. Has anyone else been here that long? Rick might have been. Jerry has. Abby has. E definitely has. But I've been saying that from quite a while. So I just love you guys, and I'm grateful for you guys. And thanks for listening to me. And I appreciate you guys. And so tomorrow I can't have the stream. The thing, but next Saturday we will. Next Wednesday, holy cow, are we doing 4 nights in a row? We're going to have a Wednesday stream at Philip. What time did we decide? 6:30 Eastern or 7:30 Eastern? I think it's 7:30 Eastern where we're going to do the mustache. Then Thursday night we're going to do Melissa and I, and we're going to have, like I said, those guys on. Why can't I think? Mike on, and then Friday it's not going to be. We're not going to do From Stubble to Style because we're replacing Stubble to Style with Scent of the Month release. This is a good one. I really hope you guys enjoy this. It's going to be a fun one. And then Saturday we're going to have we're going to do Quiplash. Yes, we'll have Quiplash, but we will be doing Murder Mystery and a couple other games I found that will be really fun. And again, Saturday, I just send a link out and would love everyone to join. John joined. It was really, really fun. He was cracking me up. And yeah, we just played for like 2.5 hours until everyone decided, like, hey, we're done. Yeah, 7:30 Eastern is Wednesday night. So that's going to be fun. Been here from the beginning. Yeah, Marvin, you have. I remember the first time I saw when you were doing reviews on your channel, I'm like, hey, I know that guy. And then all of a sudden you have no shirt on and you've lost 100 pounds. I'm like, what the freak happened? Like, dude, Marvin, you're a stud. Yeah, Jacob, it was really fun. Jacob was cracking me up too. You'd always know when it was Jacob's whenever he did it. Same with Dino. Whenever Dino had his answer, he would be laughing, and you're like, okay, that's Dino. And then whenever Burley, where's Burley? I don't know if he's still on or not. But whenever Burley was on, his was always a little perverted. And so, here he is, right here. This is Burley. You guys should go check him out if you want to. But his was always a little perverted. Abby, she wouldn't even finish. Jerry, if you're still there, come on this next week. You do that on this YouTube? Yes, we just started last Saturday. It's not going to be an every Saturday, but maybe we'll do it every other Saturday. I have no problem doing that. I really, really enjoyed it. Nicholas, you have been here from the beginning. You're right. So you guys remember me saying that, right? Like, that has not changed. I really, really do want to do that. I think you guys know how I feel about retreats and stuff, like when we went to Yellowstone, when we went to Louisiana, all that kind of stuff. I wanted everyone to come. It's just unfortunately, but this time maybe we could have a couple in Bear Lake if we ever able to get what, that's a dream. It is a dream. You are so bad at that game. And then you like something that I'm like, what? I'm like, what? How do you like that? And it was so funny. But yeah, so I'm really excited, guys. It's going to be a fun year. Yep. Nicholas heard that from me, and Rick has heard that from me. Rick, you know how awesome it would be? I have a spot that no one knows about. Abby knows. My dad taught us where I really want a cabin. It's about, Abby, how far would you say that is? That pond that no one knows about? 10 miles away. And you know how much fun it would be to fish with you there, Rick? Because I know you're an avid fisherman too. No one's there. It's in the middle of nowhere. And my daughter and I went fishing there last time we went up to Bear Lake. We went up before anyone got up. We went, and it's still dark. Then the sun comes there. We're in a little valley, like little valley, like mountains, and all of a sudden the sun's there for about 5 hours. The sun is coming over, and as soon as the sun hit the pond, and you have literally an hour and a half nonstop. You cast, you catch, you cast, you catch, you cast, you catch. Funnest time fishing ever. It's almost like you're in Alaska. It's just they're so annoyed, and it was so much fun. I didn't keep any of them last time I went, but I just kept filming my daughter. It was so much fun watching Ellie just catch everything. It was just so much fun. I build you a wait, dude. That would be fun. See, I just think it's so weird how heavy your guys' weight is. It's so crazy. Like seeing those guys off the pier and how much poundage their line is. I'm like, dude, how much is that? Like, okay, a trout, they can take maybe 2, 3, 4 pounds. I'm like, you're talking about, dude, it looks like it. Like your line is like thick. It's like iron. I'm like, what the crap? What are you guys trying to catch? Barracuda. Yeah, I regret missing those trips, especially when you were here. Yeah, we wanted you there. We 100% wanted you there. You know that. I can't remember why you couldn't come. Was it your brother was in the hospital? Something was up with your brother, wasn't it? But yeah, we're going to be there. May not be this year, maybe not next year, but that's my goal. If Copper Johns can make it, that's one of the things. But we have to get there, and it's a lot of work to get there. So, but I'm going to go take off. I think I'm going to go watch The Last Airbender with my kids. Yeah, and then tomorrow I'm going to make a lot of wash. So if you and conditioner. So if you guys need anything from me, just hit me up at info@CopperJohnsBeard or DM me at Instagram, and we'll over and answer this question, Nicholas. Tyson, how many bass fish have you caught? Bass? Bass. So here in Utah, I've caught thousands of trout, rainbows, and all that. Like, I don't know about you, but a lot of people don't like the taste of trout. I love it. It's kind of what I grew up on. My grandpa and I that's what we would catch primarily. Now, if you're talking about bass fishing, there is a place, it's called, what reservoir is that? Going up to Park City, Abby? Echo. If you go up to Echo Reservoir in March, late March, early May, that's when the smallmouth are mating and putting down their eggs right next to the shore. And dude, if you catch a smallmouth, I try not to take them all because you want to keep them there because they're not very common here in Utah. They're at Pineview, they're at Echo, but not a lot of other places that I'm aware of. But if you were to fillet a bass smallmouth and then put bacon around it with butter and garlic and lemon, and you wrap it around with bacon, then you put it in tin foil into a fire. Holy crap, it's so good. It is so good. Yeah, Echo. And that was one of our center of the months for a couple years ago, was Echo Reservoir. Trout is the best tasting fish besides bluefin. I've never had bluefin. I'm not going to lie. Oh yeah, both of you guys are from there. And so same with Bearded Bayou. I think he's in there too. So anyway, you guys have a wonderful night. I really do appreciate you guys coming. Thanks for sticking around. And if you have any questions or need anything from me, I'm always around. All right. Have a good day, guys. Take care.